Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Stephanie Howe before the 2014 Lake Sonoma 50 mile. How you doing, Stephanie?
Good, good.
It's time to start the ultra season.
Oh, yep, it is, and this will be quite the race.
Yeah, you did have one tune-up so far this year. You were supposed to run Way Too Cool, but...
Chucking it.
Chucking it, sorry.
Chucking it, yeah.
And you were a little sick.
Yeah, I got sick, so I went down to Phoenix and ran the Mesquite 50K.
And how'd that go?
It was great. It was hot and a shock to the system. I hadn't raced since September, so it was kind of like, ooh, welcome back to racing. But it was good. I had a good race.
And that was only a week after a Nordic ski race?
Yeah, I did a Nordic ski race the week before, and it was 18 degrees at the start, and it was cold. It was a race up in Bend, and then I flew down to Phoenix, and it was 85. So that was quite the temperature difference.
So these days, there doesn't seem like there's a break in the ultra running season. There's people who are racing the North Face 50 in December, and then they're racing Sean O'Brien the 1st of February. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, you didn't race from September till a tune-up in March, and this is really your first. Yeah,
this is my first real race back. I learned I can't do that. I can't race all year round, and I think it's hard to be on top, for 12 months of the year. And a lot of people, you want to do it because there's so many opportunities to race, but I think it's really important to be like, okay, these are my key races, and this is my downtime. I've been injured in the past a few times, and I think part of that was I just tried to do too much. Mm-hmm. And so this year I took it real easy in the winter, and now I'm starting to get back into shape. It's a little bit more difficult to be ready to race right now, but I don't know, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. So what did your winter training allow? Did you do some running? Were you mostly doing skiing? Or?
Well, I wanted to mostly ski, but we had real crappy snow in January, and it was perfect trail running, so it was killing me. But I tried to get on my Nordic skis a little bit, and I did some cross training, and honestly, I just did a lot of yoga, and I ran a little bit, but I tried not to really push the volume, just have it go be like, an hour fun run. And I was busy, so it was a little bit easier to not run.
So you were working on your dissertation, right?
Yes, so I was working on my dissertation, and I just finished data collection, so that was like a big load off my chest. It was pretty stressful there for a couple months, but feeling better. Is
your dissertation applicable to running?
It is. I measured appetite hormones in female runners before and after 2 intensives of exercise. So I'm looking at how appetite changes after you run, and kind of what we found, very preliminary results. The higher the intensity, the more suppression you have. So, which makes sense. You're not hungry after you do intervals.
No. Probably not going to be all that hungry at the finish line tomorrow.
No, although I do eat pretty well after races. It's funny, my favorite thing to eat is a burrito, and there's a race in Bend that they get catered by this taco shop, and I finished the race, and I got this big, huge burrito. I'm sitting there, mowing down. This lady was like, "Man, you sure can eat." I'm like, "Well, I'm hungry."
Well, you should be happy. Tomorrow there's no burritos, but there are
tamales.
Yes. Mateo's tamales.
Yes, those I remember. I've done this race once, and that was a good finish line.
So you did run this race once 2 years ago. It was your first 50K. Were you second or third?
I was third.
So really good result there.
It was good. Yeah, I learned a lot during that race. It was. I hope to run a little faster this year. There were some times where I thought I was moving backwards that first time. So hopefully I learned.
There's a lot of talent in the women's field tomorrow, but I don't think there's a clear favorite. It's kind of a very exciting race. It's a race with people with different talents, like somebody with you who has it does have some mountain experience, and Emily Harrison. Really fast.
Yeah, so I'm trying not to look too much at who's racing and get all caught up in that, because it can drive me crazy. I looked at the preview list earlier this week. I was like, wow, top 10 would be great. And like I said, I'm kind of just getting back into shape, so I'm just going to try to go out there and run my race, which is hard when there's that many talented women, but it's also exciting. So, and I do feel like I have no idea who's going to win. I have some ideas, but there are so many people with different strengths, so it'll be interesting.
It will be. To jump back a little bit, we were talking about your off season and how you've really changed that up and gone away from the running. You've also reworked your, I think, in-season training a lot.
Yes.
What do you envision that looking like this year?
Well, right now I'm not running much. I'm running like 50 miles a week with a lot of cross training in there, and so I've kind of looked at my training schedule as, okay, you need to get 3 runs in this week. These are the important, like, quality runs. And then not trying to increase both the volume and the intensity, because for me, that's a recipe for injury. And so going into the next few months, I'm running in Western States. And so that's a big jump for me. So I need to pick up the volume. Mm-hmm. And so I think I'm going to, try to do a lot longer runs, but kind of scale back the intensity a little bit, just so I can stay healthy.
Awesome. Well, have a good real breakout in the into your season here tomorrow.
I'm excited and nervous.
Enjoy. Good luck.
Thank you.